Hello everyone, Mickey Vandeloo here. I'm here today to share my favorite productivity hack with you. It's nozbe. As all of you know, I have a lot going on, as we all do. We all have work stuff, we have home stuff, we have, maybe like if you're like me, you've got a couple of different jobs or you're starting a business on your own in addition to working a full-time job. And basically, we need something to help us kind of keep everything straight. And what I have found is that nozbe is probably the most important tool that I use. And it's very inexpensive to buy the paid version. I believe there's also a free version, but I use the paid version, so I have unlimited capabilities with it. But basically what you see here on the screen is the nozbe inbox. And so basically what I want to do is I just want to run through with you kind of how I use nozbe. I don't use every capability of it, by the way. I know you can email. I have emailed tasks to nozbe, which you can, if you go into your settings, you can find the tasks, like the email address that you email those tasks to, and then you can email tasks to nozbe. I don't do that a lot simply because one of the very powerful things about nozbe is that it actually allows you to put something in on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, and it will automatically sync to every one of your devices. So I don't really find it necessary to email things. You can put in tasks you can do a video or an audio recording. You can do a recording on your phone. With all those ways to put in tasks, I've never really found it necessary to do that. I also know, by the way, if you subscribe to nozbe, they do a lot of under this news tab. They have all these ways. If you've got an Apple Watch, they've got you can get your nozbe on your Apple Watch, and they walk through it with you. They do a lot of video training and everything. So as you can see here, there's just a ton of different things, and they do have, by the way, have Android capability and also for Apple. So just really great information. They really they almost go overboard on the information, but it is really great information. So just to explain to you a little bit what I use nozbe for. Okay, I know that there's, I'll just run through each one of these in order. So the priority are the things that are due for that day, that you need to do that day, or that you've starred priority. And I'll show you that in a minute. So we'll circle back around to that in a minute when we actually put a task in. Projects are actually how you can segregate your tasks in nozbe. The way I do it is I do it for the company that I work for. So anything to do with the company that I work for is in one project file. I have my Lakeview Consulting, my consulting company. I've got my marketing unreimbursed time, and then I've also got tasks that run under my billable time. And then I have a personal one. I have one for the Grant Professionals Association. Well, actually, you can see them right here. I've got one that I created for this particular video, but that's my book one. I've got one for masterminds. You can see over here how many notes I have in all of them. I've got one for the Grant Professionals Association. I've got my Lakeview billable time, my unreimbursed marketing time, my personal items, and then Versatech. What's nice about having all these projects is you can click on any one of those. And for example, if I click on book, you can see all the tasks and when they're due right here in the task list. So that's the nice thing about projects. Categories, I don't use these a ton, but when you put in a task, you can say whether you're going to do it by phone, whether you're going to do it on the computer, whether you need Evernote reminders. So if you use Evernote like I do, it actually integrates with Evernote. Again, haven't really used that capability a whole lot. Errands, anything you can, basically you've got any of these categories here. And I believe those are also customizable. You can actually customize all these. And then on the calendar, this is really great because this calendar will actually show you by day what you need to do for each individual day. You can also look by week, so it'll list your whole week for you over here in the pane over here. So it's nice to be able to look at a week or a day. Where I found this to be very good is if I know that, for example, I've got a really busy week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll put less tasks on that to kind of balance my workload, because I totally use this as my schedule for the day. So if I have a really busy day and I've got 20 other tasks, I know that I've overloaded my day. So I try to pull those tasks into different days so I can balance my workload during the week. So that's the nice thing about the weekly view. This is, if you have a team, I actually run a one-person consulting shop, so I don't have a team. But if you're working on projects with somebody, for example, you can actually add people to your team. And then if they're subscribers of nozbe, they can help work with you on, on your project, and you can collaborate via nozbe. You can search. So you can search if you have a ton of notes like I do, you can search for the ones that have to do with a book, or you can search for a certain term, and it'll help you find those very easily. And then you've got all these settings, and your account, you're always on an affiliate program with nozbe when you sign up, what integrations it has, notifications, so you can customize it quite a bit. This is the affiliates page. This is the news that I was talking about before, and then they have a contact form. So one of the things I love about nozbe is that it's so incredibly intuitive. I mean, it is unbelievable how easy it really is to use. So let me show you that. So I created this book category for this video. So basically what I tried to do was I tried to, well, and I can tell I have my, I have my tasks a little out of line maybe, but so anyway, we'll fix that. But anyway, so let's just say I'm writing a book. So we've got 3 tasks on here. We've got the draft book proposal. So this hasn't been completed yet because it's not, the little check mark isn't in here. And as you can see, when you hover over it, you can check that and make it complete. So when I entered that, I basically put the draft book proposal in the task. I put it under category book. I said I was going to do that on the computer. It was going to take me about 3 hours. Now this is another really nice aspect of nozbe. In nozbe, basically, you can set timing for each task. And so then if you look at your day, you can see how many hours of tasks you have. So a lot of times when I'm working on a grant, I really have to budget my time very well to make sure I get everything else done. So I try to, when I'm doing and when I'm really busy, I try to make sure I'm put time on tasks so I can budget my time well. So it's really can be used. It can be a very powerful tool for helping you see, again, how many tasks you have in a day. If you know that you've got 8 hours worth of tasks and you've got 4 hours worth of meetings, that's going to be a really long day and maybe not manageable. So you can, again, kind of shift things around. If you look at that weekly view, shift things to another day or something. So basically I have 3 tasks in here. I have the draft book proposal. Now, let's just say that on that draft book proposal, I need to make sure I talk to the editor when I'm writing that proposal. I can put that comment in there, and then that'll show up right here under the comments. So when I pull up that task or that to-do, I can see it's going to take me 3 hours. I'm going to do it on December 10th, and I'm also going to make sure that I talk to the editor. So this, basically everything you need to do is in here. If you decide that you don't want to do a draft book proposal, by the way, you can just quickly delete the task and it'll go into the trash bin, basically. So then the next one I've got, and like I said, these are probably a little bit out of line. So let's just fix that. So the next thing really should be to, the first thing should really be to outline the concept of the book, right? Before you draft the book proposal. So we're going to fix that. So I want to do that now. It looked like I was going to draft my book proposal on the 10th. So let's just say I'm going to do that today. And let's set the date. So what happens when you put that in as today, and let's just fill all these out. We're not going to repeat that because it's only a one-time event. We're going to do that on the computer, and I'm going to confirm it. So when you put that as today, automatically it becomes a priority. So when we go back, there's a little, that stars filled in over here. What that means is it's going to show up on your priority listing. It's going to show up over here in your priorities. If you have it for today and you want to switch it to tomorrow or the next day, let's just try that here. then let's say, oh, you know what, I don't think I'm going to have time to do it today. Let's do it tomorrow. The priority stays on there, so you need to turn that off. So if you put it on today, automatically it's going to be a priority. But if you put it on tomorrow and it's already a priority, you're going to have to take off the priority. You can also do that by, you can make it a priority by clicking on the star and make it not a priority by clicking on the star. So now we've got the concept of the book before we drop the book proposal, and then we're going to write the book. So writing the book is a different type of task. So I say I'm going to do 1,000 words a day until it's finished. So I put that note in there. And basically that's how I wrote my other book, the For-Profit Grant Writing Guide. So I'm going to start it on December 15th. So that's after we drafted the book proposal. And I'm going to spend about an hour every day. And that will put that on my to-do list every day until I get it done. So you can do it every week. You can basically do it every week, every month. You can do it every 2 days, every 2 weeks. So you've got a lot of options here. Or you can just say, don't repeat it. So, but I do want to repeat it. I want it to go into my to-do list every single day because I want that reminder that that's going to happen. By the way, when you are in nozbe and you have at the beginning of the day, you can set this in your notifications because you might not want it, but I have it go up on my iPhone every day how many tasks I've got in nozbe. So that reminds me to check nozbe. It's gotten to be pretty much habit now, so I really don't have to be reminded. But anyway, so that's really nozbe. I just wanted to do a quick tour of it. I hope you find that you're going to like it. I'm going to leave a link in the show notes. Basically, you can click on the nozbe right after the beginning paragraph, and that is my affiliate link. And if you put in the promo code Mickey, you'll get 10% off your subscription. So I just invite you to go and check it out. It's a great, great tool. Thanks.